What's up, what's up? It's your girl D.
And it's your girl M.
Slapping those DMs.
Gang, gang.
Welcome back to Too Many Damn Letters. This is episode 13. The letter of the day is H. H as in hoes, cause like, aren't we all? H as in hood rat things, like hood rat, hoochie mama. Cause who doesn't love doing hood rat things with their friends, you know what I mean?
Honestly.
Fucking love that shit.
Such a vibe.
H as in hyper masculinity, because y'all guys all types of fucked up lately. We need to discuss this, guys.
Wildin'.
Y'all men, and this is just right. Okay, I just want to say off the rip, we are not deeming masculinity, okay?
Yeah.
There is nothing wrong with masculinity. No, there's like no toxic masculinity. We're not doing all of that here.
No.
Hyper masculinity, we're not talking about like masculine is toxic. We're not doing that shit. But it's just, there's been a lot going on that we need to discuss.
Yeah.
But
I think we need a heart-to-heart with the men out
like
there.
Like a 24, 48 hour period it's been?
Yeah.
What the fuck are y'all doing out here?
Videos,
right,
Converse.
So
thank you for nothing.
The car had that shut the fuck up, we're recording it. No, I'm kidding. But pretty much, so if y'all aren't on Twitter or heard the news, Boosie is at it the fuck again. At it again, because it's like, I guess I should give context, right? So what happened is that Lil Nas X, fucking stan, still has been like, his album's been out for like a month now. Mm-hmm. Every day, still listen to it.
Back to back.
Every day.
Multiple
times. I can literally tell you every song in order.
She really can.
After the first 2 days, I could have did that.
2 notes, and she knows what song you're listening to.
Pretty much. Fucking fan. So the king of trolling, which I fucking love, okay? He is my trolling sensei. Like how like 50 Cent's my petty sensei, Lil Nas like my trolling sensei there.
Love.
Right?
Love.
And so then he made like a tweet and he was like me and Boosie in the album working up on a song. Right? Being the fucking troll he is. But then it was Boosie's reaction, right?
Yeah.
Of course Nas is trolling here, obviously, right? Because clearly
the whole point was to get a reaction.
Yeah, and which he did.
Oh, did he? Yes.
Yes. I can pull it up, but I don't think we can really read this shit here just because of some of the shit they say. So I might have to blank stuff out, but use your fucking mind, right? So his response to this, because it says Lil Nas said he got a song with Boosie on the way. And then his response to this was, "Stop trolling me, F word. LOL. You a whole bitch. Playing with the gangsters, SMH, you can keep sucking dick and getting fucked in your ass in peace, and hashtag you hate yourself. I would too if I was you, LOL Nas X. If you commit, you would do this world a huge favor. Nobody wants you here." Now, it's the reaction for me. Of course, it's like, I have no problem. This might just be me. Might be in the minority here with this. But I truly believe I don't have an issue if someone doesn't, quote unquote, agree with homosexuality. I don't have a problem with that. I've had friends, like, due to my beliefs, or I grew up in the church, whatever, which that episode coming soon. But, I grew up in a church, so I'm against gay marriage and all that. I don't have an issue with that. I truly don't.
I would agree. I feel like we're probably a small percentage of most gay folks. Because for me personally, if you're not personally attacking me about the fact that I am in the community, I can move on. I'm not going to be hurt by it. But if it's like you're threatening my life, or you're telling me I should myself because I am...
You have to blank that one out. Use your imagination, people.
Yeah.
Can't be saying that here,
I didn't know. I'm not a YouTube person. Okay?
I'm just saying, can't be saying that shit here.
I'm sorry.
I'm not trying to get in the shadow ban world or whatever the fuck,
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But it's just like, I would agree with that. I don't feel like it hurts my feelings that someone says that they don't like gay people or that gay people should XYZ. But it's just the fact that you took a joke that clearly wasn't true. Like, no one's gonna, in their right mind, think that Lil Nas X and Boosie are collabing. Like, let's be real here.
Yeah, like let's be.
And your response was
hella out of pocket.
Yeah,
you know, because I agree with that too. Because like even for a perfect example, I'll be on Facebook once again. Don't fucking judge me, okay? But I'll be on Facebook.
Not Facebook.
So I will be like on Facebook, and I will see stuff where I'll see people be outraged. Which, you know, coming soon. Also another episode we're talking about like Superman. We're talking about the whole quote unquote gay agenda, because his son bisexual, people are like outraged by that. Whatever, that's not topic for today, but we will talk about that. The thing too. But just that alone, where I will see people, they'll be like, why does it matter? Why are you guys pushing that and all that? Me personally, I don't feel offended by that. Like that kind of, I don't feel offended by. I don't even feel offended by what Boosie said. It's literally though his reaction was so fucking aggressive for
so
no reason.
Mark, like
no reason. He like literally he said album coming soon. You said to, you know, commit, yeah, that. So then it's like, how would you even? What kind of distinct? Like, how do we fucking do that? Like, how do we go to? How do we hit left so hard?
Initial response to, and on top of that, that wasn't the only tweet. There are other ones that just kind of added on to that one. Just all
throughout, like it's literally he's like literally at the point where it's like he's not even known for music. You know, it's literally like you just have Twitter fingers now, or you go do interviews like. No one like listens to your music like that, or at least your small core audience. Like Lil Nas is so much bigger than Boosie.
And I'm wondering if it's just like, if it's just a product of the type of guy that he is.
Yeah,
because we've seen a lot of videos and a lot of stuff recently about hyper masculine men
for sure
having problems with things that are just not necessarily hyper masc.
Literally like how he always says, you know, like they're trying to take our black kids or whatever, right? Which
they're trying to make our black kids
I
gay
have
or
a huge problem with that, especially from Boosie or people like Boosie, like all these rappers. I have a huge problem with that. But because by your dumbass logic that Lil Nas is turning kids gay because little kids are easily influenced, by your logic with your music that you fucking create, you are making black boys, though it's always a boy. It's never, you don't really hear about, black. It's always like black boys. They're like, we're black girls, whatever, you know, like no one is shitting on Young M.A., for example, right?
Yeah.
It's always like Lil Nas, or like the more quote unquote feminine or whatever, just being gay in general I have a problem with. But then by your fucking definition, you are making black boys become drug dealers, killers. You're doing all that by your dumbass logic. It's the same fucking thing. Yeah. You think you talking about Lil Nas and his videos kissing men or talking about kissing on men and all that. You talking about trapping and selling drugs or praying this lifestyle. Like it's all good. You got lots of the money. You got the cars. You got the women. You're doing the same fucking shit.
Coming from the guy who paid a woman to commit sexual acts on his 12-year-old child.
His
own children. So I'm like, don't try to come and flip the script and say that it's Lil Nas X's responsibility to care after everyone else's children.
It's literally that
when
shit.
You yourself.
I know so many men who are like that. Yeah. And then the way that they treat their daughters or sons is just so completely off. Like that shit, like how T.I. did it back then, where he get that pelvic exam, whatever, for his daughter, make sure she was a virgin. It's that shit for me. It's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Meanwhile, you rapping about getting all this pussy.
Yes.
So who's giving you the pussy, sir?
Women are giving you pussy, right? So it's okay for you to go get it, but your daughter can't have sex. It's weird, but your sons can't. Weird shit. But it's literally that kind of fucking logic that they're having doesn't make sense. Where it's like literally 50% of the population in jail for men is African American men, but you want to shit on Lil Nas trying to say he's promoting or to make children gay. Meanwhile, there's a whole epidemic of fucking drug dealers and people who trap or hit licks or kill people,
boosting, all
murder
that
for
stuff.
hire, all that shit. And that's glorified in hip-hop. It is so glorified in hip-hop.
And it's like the behavior is reinforced by seeing all the flashy cars, the flashy Rolex.
It's the same thing.
The ice on the neck and all this stuff. And it's like,
same thing.
It's a problem.
That, or you had the fucking stupid-ass money arm, that stupid shit. Which who was it? Old dude got caught. He got caught with his dumbass because he did that shit, and they confirmed it was his bag because of the serial numbers and the fucking dollar bills and shit like that. Yep. That one artist, like Pooh Shiesty, is that his name?
I think
that
so.
Shit. It's literally that shit, and that's my issue. It's like, if we're going back on that logic, it's the same fucking thing. And I just truly feel like it's just something seriously fucking flawed and wrong with that. You would much rather have your child selling drugs, trapping, and than just being who the fuck they are.
Yeah. Because I'm like, so what if he takes a little dick up the ass? Like, what is that gonna...
Boosie, do you want to? The way you be acting, do you... Are extremely hyper-masculine men, do you want to take that? It's so weird to me how I would see it in the bars or in the clubs. Because I don't go to gay clubs a lot. I go to a lot of, like, straight clubs or straight bars. It's always fucking wild to me when I go there and I just see, like, a gay man just doing his own thing, dancing and shit like that, and these men are bothered.
Yeah.
These type of men are fucking bothered. Have to have some kind of say in it. Try to tell them to get the fuck out their face. Like, they're not even doing anything to you.
Literally, a gay man can just walk past
triggered.
A hyper-masculine man. Not even paying them any attention. Not even looking at them. Gay man just walks past to go to his friends. Yo, you can't be coming up on me like that. It's like, sir, I wasn't even looking at you.
Exactly. Like, I couldn't, if I spread my arms out, I couldn't even touch you. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And that's how they literally act. And I think it was like a great point. Whatever video we were watching like ABBA and Preach.
Yeah, it was something from Jubilee.
Yeah, with Jubilee.
They were reacting to Jubilee.
Where they're talking about, the guy there, he said, I think the issue is with a lot of these kind of men, with the flamboyant gay men, is the fact that they have this fear of being treated the way they treat women. And that is the fucking truth, because I see it so many times. Difference, though, is that a lot of women are actually scared in these situations. And I know who have been scared when, like, these kind of hyper-masculine men, because they just can't take a no for an answer.
Yeah.
Like, a regular man could be like, oh, no, you try hitting on a woman, you got turned down. I'm like, oh, okay. With you have like a million reasons why I ask all these questions, getting hyper aggressive. I'm like, well, fuck you, bitch. I don't want you fucking ugly ass anyways.
If you have ever gone to a 7-Eleven and seen a group of guys standing outside the door, turn the fuck around. Because let me tell you, that is hyper masculine to its peak. Like, that scenario alone gives me anxiety just to think about it.
Was there a situation where, like, a woman at 7-Eleven turned this guy down? She got shot in the leg recently.
I think so. Yeah.
It's literally that shit.
And it's even worse when it's a group of them, because it's like they kind of feed off of each other. Like, when I have to explain to you why I don't want to give you my number because I just showed up to 7-Eleven to get my gas and buy a pack of bubble gum.
Yes.
I have to be met with an onslaught of questions, and you trying to know me, and you're trying to say, oh, you don't need to be a stuck-up bitch, I'm just trying to get to know you. It's like, sir, I don't fucking want to know you.
And even I have been in these situations where I've been in situations like, bro, like, your mind, you're like, please leave me the fuck alone right now. But you can't say that to them. They get super mad, get offensive. They just keep hitting on you, especially with me, or I get those situations where it's like, they try hitting on me, weird. My opinion, a little bit weird, because I'm more of a, I guess more of like
you're more masculine presenting.
That's what I say. More masculine presenting. Like, I'm a stud.
Like, obviously you're a woman, but you obviously dress more masculine.
Yeah, comfortable shit, right? But it's like I get hit on quite a bit, especially for a while before all this was happening in 2019 and all that. When I'll go out a lot, it would literally be a situation where I would get hit on half as much time by men as by women. It was equal 50-50. And it always threw me the fuck off. And lots of it was a lot of, like, hood dudes who I know were hood. I know what you do. I know what you've done. You know, it's like those kind of situations where I would get hit on by them. And then I would tell them no, and the whole fucking night they're trying me.
Yeah.
The whole night, like, oh, you haven't had a real nigga, that's why you had me. And I'm like, no, nigga, I don't want you. Yeah. Why can't you understand I don't want you?
And then it kills me when they say, well, can your dude fight?
It's like, what?
It's like, it has nothing to do with my other relationships with anyone.
What are you talking about? It's the fact
that I don't want to have any relations with you.
Talk about hyper masculine. Dead ass, I remember this was like 2 years ago, like my old apartment complex. I remember this girl, her apartment complex, thank God she left for her brother told her to get cigarettes at the right moment. Mm-hmm. Thank God. Otherwise she would be dead right now because she told this dude no. He followed her to where she lived and shot up her place. This is after beating her. Then she literally left. After he was hitting her, she left. Her brother got her and all that. Yes. And then he was beating her. She left home. I guess he stalked her. Guess not good enough because he did see her leave or whatever the fuck. But then it's like her place got shot up because she rejected him. I know too many stories of women getting hit because they're rejecting men. Yeah. Because men just once again, this isn't regular men. We're not talking about regular men. If you're a man, have courage to hit on a woman, props to you. Real shit. Props to you. Lots of men.
But it's the hyper masculine men that just don't understand. Cannot that sometimes no just means no, or most times no just means no, not just sometimes.
Or literally the fact that lots of like, oh, I don't want him to be around me. I don't want him to touch me. Lots of women feel the same way because I'm sure I have like full confidence in this, what I'm about to say, that every woman who's been out partying, clubbing, has dealt with that weird ass position where you're just in a club minding your business and this random ass dude just grabs your ass or grabs your hips. Oh, excuse me.
I'm just trying to get by you.
Put your fucking hands up.
First of all,
put your fucking hand. There's room behind me.
You know what be pissing me off is when the club is empty.
Say, what do you mean trying to get by you? There's like 5 of us in here. What are you talking about?
Honest, I'm like, no, like dead ass. I've had that situation where I look behind me. This dude literally, there was space enough for 6 of me's. And you really came up behind me, put your hand on my hips to say, "Oh, let me get by you, sir. Get the fuck
out of my presence. Get the fuck out of my presence."
No, yes. Baby,
and that's why
not it.
And that's why even for me, I try my absolute hard not to ever do that. Let me try. Anybody. What I do, which I recommend all of you men do, because one, you're fucking tall, okay? Cut the shit. Put your fucking arms up in the air, because that's what I do. If I'm passing people in a club or bar and it's super packed, I'm literally like this, so they know I'm not sitting here trying just to touch them. Like, excuse me. My hands are up because I don't want to sit there and grow. Because, there's accidents, sure. But you dead ass grabbed my ass. Right. You grabbed my ass. You
squoze the shit.
And then that little cheeky smirk. Oh, my bad.
It was like, sir, no.
No, that's disgusting. It's that shit for me.
One thing that I really appreciated about going to like church dances is they taught you what friendly touching is. I feel like everyone needs a friendly touching course.
Everyone's going to church.
Everyone needs to go to church school dance.
I guess that's the public touching, not the behind doors. If you get my drift.
Like
you catch my drift from that one.
Shut up. They literally tell you like, in this area you're giving off this vibe. If you touch here, this is like a friendship vibe. Yeah. And so I actively found myself using that when I would go to the club or go out dancing and stuff, because it's like you don't want to be weird. Yeah. And just like through the club, but you also don't want to be that asshole that is just touching people.
It's
and
very disgusting.
It's just
it's very uncomfortable. It's very unsettling. Or especially back to the gas station. I know a lot of women who will not pump. They don't pump gas like at nighttime. They're like, I don't pump gas. I feel like I don't even do that shit. I'm like, oh well, fuck it. I'll get up early tomorrow. If I gotta push my fucking car like a half a mile away, I would rather do that than go pump my gas at night.
That's why I know how much zero is on my gas tank.
I know my car.
That's how I like you remember the first time? Or the only time I think that I drove on zero
Dallas,
with you. Yep.
It was like you said zero. We still made that bitch to the gas station.
Yep, because I was not about to. Okay, let me tell you, I've tested the limits.
Yeah, it's a very dead ass thing, and I don't think the difference. The difference though between like flamboyant men and masculine is literally the fact that hyper masculine men will probably get hell of aggressive with that flamboyant man. However, a woman will not do that to a hyper masculine man. They won't do at least lots of women. Maybe some of them, those are bold as fuck. I know some who will pull that shit. I do. What's up? I know you're listening, but there's lots of women I know who get fearful, which is perfectly normal.
Yeah.
Because you're scared what's going to happen.
Yeah, you never know.
I've seen a lot of dudes. I've been out to a lot of places, a lot of like hood places. I've seen a lot of dudes hit women. A lot.
That made me uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
No, not because of you. I was just like, I got that visual. But no, like it really is a problem, especially because it's like, I get that there are flamboyant men that come on strong that can be that way as well. But it's like, it's interesting how it can be a scenario where a flamboyant man comes up to a hyper masculine man and immediately they've got that switch. Yeah. Immediately they're pissed off. Immediately they're mad. Like, for example, the video that I showed you earlier, they're at a gas station and the cashier is giving out flowers to everyone that comes into the place and purchases.
Do you mind throat real quick? Like, hold up. Oh, keep going. My bad.
I have to pause?
Y'all hear this? No, keep going. You're good.
And so, he's pretty much giving out flowers to all of his customers, and these dudes in the area, did she just run out? They are being hyper upset, hyper masculine, getting hella aggressive at the fact that this cashier just gave them a flower.
Yeah, it was really fucking dumb. It was like they're like, what do you mean you gave him a bitch? And it's like, yeah. What?
And then and the reaction from the women in the same city was so drastically different. Like, one woman, he gave her a rose and she's like, I haven't had a rose given to me in over 20 years.
Which men do better, I guess.
And I was like, and I can see why, because every dude that he gave a flower to, right. There was literally a dude who said, nah, what the fuck I need a flower for? I'm going home to my female.
It's like,
you could have given the flower to her.
Exactly. They make the fuck sense. Do something nice for her or some shit.
And then the other dude, he's like, I got a wife at home, blah, blah, blah. And the guys were like, you can take it to her and say that you bought her a flower. And he's like, the fuck I look like bringing her a flower? Yeah, I don't even bring her flowers. I'm going to bring her a flower from you. It's like,
does it matter?
What?
Sir, are you buying her flowers on your own? Shit, take the fucking free flower. You might get, honestly, if you're thinking about just pussy, you might get some that night for getting her a flower.
Honestly.
She doesn't need to know where the fuck the flower came from. If someone gave you the flower, you give it to her, I don't see the harm in that. Because no matter what, she'll just feel grateful or thoughtful. Because even if you didn't buy it yourself, like, you know what? He brought a flower back to me.
Right,
How
he
thoughtful.
Thought of me.
I know he didn't want it, but he gave it to me. That's still very thoughtful of that.
Right.
And it's just, I feel like a lot of it could be also the fact that they didn't want to be seen walking out of 7-Eleven with the flower or something.
Yeah.
They want to walk around with the flower.
Which is like, it's just a flower. And I'm like, it's really come to this, like, hyper masculine men. Everything to y'all is like either supposed to be for women or it's gay.
It's very weird because I feel like lots of hyper masculine men, they always have to prove themselves that they're masculine.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, a flower is just a fucking flower.
It's like, hey men. Hey hyper masculine men, is breathing gay?
Right. What you mean?
Inquiring minds would like to know. Honestly, it's just like, because it's ridiculous at this point. It honestly sounds exhausting.
Right. I couldn't fucking live dealing with this shit. I know so many guys who like have this like female artists on the low because they can't listen to music in front of their friends. It's weird. Because lots of women I know, for example, they can play guys, rappers, singers, whatever, and women, no problem at all.
Nobody's gonna question it.
No one at all.
But then you have a hyper masculine man, and they to themselves can't listen to. They can't even give female artists their props. No, like they can't even say, "Oh, Nicki did her thing."
No, they can't. They're like, "Nicki's a thought. She got surgery. She's fake."
They always have to have something negative to say about a female artist, for example. Yeah. That's just an example. Not everyone's like that, but a lot of hyper masculine men,
lots when I know, they're
have the need to like prove that they're hella masked.
It's really fucking weird to me about that. The exception might be once again a young and May, because apparently, like we said before, being like a stud is not a problem. It's not too much of a big deal. But then again, it can be, just because of the fact that I hear lots of times it's always usually hyper masculine men who have a problem with studs. Mm-hmm. It's not regular. It's hyper masculine. I don't know why they think we're in competition. First of all, this is not a competition, baby. We winning. Okay? Straight the fuck up. Straight the fuck up. Okay?
Not you looking in the eyes of the camera.
I bet you if there's hyper masculine men, they took that shit personally. They took that shit personally.
Yeah.
Man, you badass bitch. I bet you if anyone said that, I bet the comments we get or whatever.
Like, even watching some of those what is it, Red Pill or like Red Pill community kind of videos like on YouTube. Fresh and Fit. Yeah. And you literally have all of these hyper masculine men sucking each other's dicks. I don't know if I can say that. I just did anyway. They're like paying $100 to leave a negative comment about a woman that is on Fresh and Fit's podcast they're that they brought on. They're paying $100 to talk down on her.
It's those super chats. It's like 100. If I pay 50, then the highest I've seen is 500. Like, you're gonna be nothing. Your looks aren't gonna mean shit when you're 30s. You spent how much money for that? You spent $50 just to write that shit. Right? Did that make you feel better? Did that get you off?
Inquiring minds want to know. Did it make you feel like a man?
Did you come from that? Was that the release you needed?
I know for a damn sure I'm not about to spend $500 to tell somebody that their looks are gonna fade. I'm pretty sure they know that. You know, I'm pretty sure most people know that.
It's so fucking weird to me how they just like their fucking thing where they just go into these groups or these kind of places and like this. I feel like it's like the toxic part of Red Pill where they do that shit. They're just like, yo, I'm like, if you hate women, just fucking say that. I don't know, maybe are y'all gay? I'm so curious.
No, don't do that.
I'm just saying, but the way some of them talk about women, it's like they hate women or something like that. I'm like, are you sure you're not a little, you know?
No, we're not. Okay. Excuse her.
I'm just saying.
I'm gonna apologize on behalf of her.
Don't do gay men like that.
Yes, that is a problem, and I mean that's a whole other topic, honestly, to talk about. But yeah, I'm gonna just leave that there.
I'm tired. But like, know what I was just thinking of? I was thinking of we're watching like Jamari's video. You know, the Tan Superman fucks with this shit. Where he described like Little Boosie and Nas. He described Lil Nas as SpongeBob, and then he described like that episode where like SpongeBob's dealing with a bully, and then SpongeBob was like so fucking scared, whatever. But then he gets hit, and he's like, it feels nothing. It tickles him. He's like, I can go to work today. He's all excited. Like that green, like what's that? It's like Flex. What's that green guy's name?
I think his name was Flex or
it's
something.
Like he's like
he's like a diamond shaped.
Yeah,
and he's just like
punching
green,
him. And he's just punching him
and
all the time.
He keeps punching him until he gets tired.
And I think that's literally what's happening here.
Yeah, and he said like, and it's interesting because it's like Boosie has been talking shit about Lil Nas X for months now, and is that just like unprovoked, and then suddenly Lil Nas X responds with me and Boosie in the album, and now uproar,
triggered. And in my mind, it's like, Boosie, like, is his movie doing good? You know,
he has a movie.
Apparently, from what I heard, it's 3 hours long. I don't know. We should watch this shit.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not watching it. You can watch it without
just
me.
to see the mind of Boosie.
3 hours.
That's what I heard. I don't know what the fuck the movie's called. That's just what I heard it.
3 hours.
I heard because people were upset because not getting the support it quote unquote deserves. Which what the fuck does it deserve? You know what I mean? So that's what I heard. I think his Boosie has a fucking movie out, but it's like Nas, you know, had #1 album and shit, #1 song. So it's like he's fucking killing it with or without you, Boosie. Because you can't. It's the same thing. You can't cancel Nas because the people who want to cancel Nas never fuck with Nas to begin with. Yeah. So
it's like you can't cancel someone that you never fucked with.
And same thing with Boosie. You can't cancel Boosie because people who fucking don't like Boosie never fucked with him
in the first
place. People who
try
to cancel him never fucked with him. Because he has that core audience who think like this. And I feel like he's like the voice of reasoning. He's like their, you know, their hope, like the quote unquote change the world, whatever the fuck, or quote speaking the truth, or whatever the fuck they want to call themselves.
Yeah.
And so then he's not gonna get canceled because he has his audience.
Yeah.
I was saying because once I said what the Dave Chappelle one, cancel culture is bullshit.
And it's just like you can't cancel something just because you don't like it, because there is a niche for it. Someone out there is partaking in it. You can't just be like, I'm gonna start and I'm gonna cancel this because I don't agree with it.
Pretty much. And it's how I feel, because I want to take it like it told back to like studs, right? I mean, this is a gay podcast after all, am I right? Huh?
We're gay? What?
We're gay?
Since when?
We're getting canceled for being gay? On a TMDLPodcast podcast?
Oh my god.
But no, for real, it's like, because I remember I saw an interesting post before. I forgot who, I think it was like Jay Killam, I think. Mm-hmm. Like her YouTube channel, if I butchered it, my bad. But I remember seeing her talk about like this kind of like hyper masculinity and how dealing with it being like with studs, where they were comparing it such as that they feel threatened because they feel like they're being judged more. So for example, that with a stud, height isn't really a thing compared to like in a men versus women. There's a big difference.
Yeah. I feel like for lesbian women looking for studs, they don't think about appearance wise as much, like things that are outside of your control, such as like your height or like I don't know why I went blank.
You did go blank. That's what happened.
I was like, oh shit. But like, whereas with men, the first thing most women are gonna think is like, well, how tall is he? Or like, how big are his hands? How big is his dick? Like, nobody's thinking about a stud. They're thinking, well, what can she bring to the table? How is her personality? How do we get along? Do we talk the same? Do we like have the same interests? And so it's like, I feel like personally, if you had to compare masculine men versus masculine stud, the studs have it a lot easier in the dating world. Yeah. As far as women's perception goes.
Yeah. Okay. I did find it. It was Jay Killam. They posted this because they had like an incident, I guess, going on where because they went she went viral on TikTok. And then they were like, she got like a lot of like hate from it though, from like lots of these kind of like hyper masculine men. And then she posted something she got, like a message, and it says, you know why women are attracted to women? Because for one, women are more attractive, and even though a lot of them are studs, y'all are just better looking because y'all are still women. So it's gonna be easier to look handsome and catch a woman's attention. Plus, a woman's standards are far lower in another woman than they are in a man's. Women will pretty much accept any flaw that a woman has before a guy's. This is one reason why men are offended, because women will accept a woman shorter, no car, no job or career. All she gotta have is be nice. Men have to do everything and still don't get the attention of her. Part of it can be true. Like so, like this, like the height. I think height's a big one. 'Cause I think it's very fucked up how like shorter men get like shit. That's something they have that's just their genetics. They have no control over that. Or even like a small dick. I do feel bad because it's fucked up.
It's like you can't do anything about that.
I think it's very fucked up to make fun of people who have like a small dick or short. That's very childish behavior. Grow the fuck up. That's disgusting. Yeah. But I feel like part of it, because it says no job or career, who the fuck are you trying to get? Like
honestly,
that wants to be all no job, no career, no.
Because I feel like,
it's like what?
I definitely feel like when I date women versus men, when it came to job, career, car, I had the same level of expectancy.
That one threw me the fuck off. Because it's like, I could understand maybe looks. I could understand
looks waver a little bit.
Yeah, I can understand
for a man versus looking for a woman, but
to a variety. It depends.
Yeah,
like lots of men. It's usually the feminine, like women have to be like. Usually, women are prettier than the man they're with. Lots of times, so it's kind of like But even lots of times, it could be a situation like the femme is cuter than the stud. Yeah, but that happens quite a bit too. But maybe just a little bit. I can see that. But it's like the no job though. What bums are y'all dating out here? It's like, what?
If she accepted no job from a woman, she will most likely accept no job from a man as well.
I've seen that shit before. Yeah. I've seen this dude have nothing, not at all. There was this woman, she was like a fucking pharmacist, and then this dude ended up crashing with her for 2 weeks after he left his baby mama, and I'm watching them. He has his trash bags and just putting it in her car. I was like, this girl want to be hood so bad. It was some wild. She's like, girl, you work at a pharmacy. They're using you. I hope you know that.
Right.
It was wild.
There are a lot of instances of that where women accept things that maybe they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Or and men too. It's not to say that that's just inherently a woman thing, but just because we're talking about lesbians and like women's standards of dating, where a lot of times like you could have a woman who would date a man who has no goal to get a job, no goal to go make money, no goal to have any aspirations to do anything.
Yeah.
And if she were to flip over and be dating women, I'm pretty sure that's not going to change. Yeah. Just because it's a woman she's looking for. I feel like
they just think it's just easy. Oh, there are women that have it easier. But it's like, no. There is still that factor. Like,
but I also feel like it comes because we kind of put that out there, like, as if it's easier to date women.
No, I feel like it's easier to approach. I would definitely say that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, everyone, because they think the approach is easier, they therefore think that it's easier all around.
And it's like, no, that's not the case. And my thought is, if you're thinking that, step your fucking game up. That is all I'm saying. That is not my fault. You're proud of your dick, I'll be proud of my pussy. Then what's up? What's up? Step your fucking game up, because lots of these men, these incels who act like this, these hyper masculinity, lots of them don't have fucking game to save their life.
Anything. Oh my god.
You trying to tell someone, hey, beautiful, is not game. That's not game.
You telling her, hey, beautiful, and then the moment she doesn't respond within 2 seconds saying, fuck you then, bitch, that is not game.
You catcalling is not game.
Just because you got her to look back does not mean you got her on the ropes. You got to do a little more than that.
Just because she breathed in your direction does not mean you got game, okay?
Oh, I'm about to hurt some feelings. Just because she gave you a number,
bruh,
does not mean she's interested in you.
Let's be clear, that number has a good chance to be fake, okay?
Yep. Even if it is her number, that still doesn't mean that she might be interested in you. It could literally be, I'd rather get home safely and give this guy my number than to not give him my number and he potentially follow me home.
Which also, girls, just to be safe out there for y'all listening, y'all better get those apps where you can get like a new number and shit like that we don't give it your real number. Those apps do come in handy. I used
to use the Text Me app.
Those naps.
A
nap sounds so damn good, but like no, those apps do be coming in handy. Yeah. But it's just to say that a lot of these hyper masculine men, I feel like they have like such a shitty time with women. I truly feel like a lot of them, especially like I said, these fresh and fit, seeing them, they have such a hard time talking to women, or they got their heart broken in high school and they can't get over that shit. Get over that shit, please.
The one who's like, he hates all women. He treats all women badly because his high school crush didn't like his Valentine's Day card.
Yes, like,
sir,
please cut it the fuck out,
please.
And I think that happens like so much. So that my curiosity is like, was who hurt Boosie? You know,
honestly,
because I'm like, in my mind, we talked about earlier with the flowers, and one thing that popped in my mind is like, I don't know, because once again, it's like if 50% of the male population in prison is black males. Is this something that's like because of the flowers? Like we think about, because lots of them had that same response. You think about bitch, it's like, why is that all y'all's response here?
Yeah.
Do you think about bitch? Why is that a response to someone handing you flowers?
And one of the comments that I saw at least was that they said that in jail, if a guy gives you a gift, something for free, unprovoked, then it's like he wants you in that way. And I'm like, how many of y'all out here actually have been to jail and experienced that traumatic experience to justify the response that you gave in that video?
Exactly.
Or how many of y'all just, it's like that generational trauma that's passed through all of the men that you know. Like you never experienced it personally, but you were kind of, okay, wind, knocking at the door like you know me.
Right,
this wind is knocking on the door like it's the police.
Chill. What the fuck? Bruh, what the fuck? But what were you saying?
Daddy, chill. But it's like, how many of you actually have experienced this traumatic experience to exhibit that response? And how many of you have just kind of been taught to respond to things in that manner?
Yeah, where it's like, I personally, I also feel like it's that, or just the environment, because I'm pretty sure just living in that trap life, that happens a lot too, where you have to be, it's a kill or be killed, hopefully not in a literal sense, but just those situations where it's like, you can't let no one fuck with you. Yeah. And so then to do that, it's like anything that will be deemed you, quote unquote, being soft, because being soft is apparently a feminine thing. Yeah. So then,
like, all of them said, like, flowers are for bitches. It's like what?
Just say no. I'm good. None of them are like, nah, I'm good.
No, all of them responded like hella aggressive.
What you mean, that the guys are fucking Snickers bar?
Right,
sir. Eat that Snickers, because you are not acting yourself, okay?
He literally,
I hope you're not.
He left his Snickers. He walked away.
He should have grabbed that.
He was mad. He threw the flowers back at the door, and then he left without the Snickers
bar. A waste
bar.
of $1.
I was like, sir, you bought it.
Go pick it up. It's the fact that he had him just nicely. Like, he's not like, take this fucking flower, bitch. Nothing like that. So I was like, well, I'm just giving you a flower.
And it's not even like he's doing it fruitily. It's not even like he's trying to give the flower to them in a way that would question their character, question their sexuality. He's like, hey, bro, I'm giving flowers to all my customers today. Here's a flower for you. Yeah, it's just literally the fact that we have the girl who showed it, where she had like a genuine reaction saying, I've gotten flowers like in years. She cried. It made her day. We went from that. We went to, you think about bitch? Yeah. With every guy. It was never something in the middle where it's like, you know what? Nah, I'm good. Because if someone offered me flowers, I don't care for flowers, right? Mm-hmm. So for myself, like, nah, I'm good. No, thank you. And then just give it back.
That would be it. That would be the end of it. If I'm saying no, like, no, thank you. You know, just how, like, sometimes I'd be in the club, they're trying to have me buy flowers. Like, no, thank you. Yeah. That is all that is. It's not, no, what do you mean? You think I'm a bitch? The fuck wrong with you? It's none of that. Right. It's never none of any of that. Because even when
he asked, I wonder if it would have been a different response if it were a woman that gave them flowers. I just wonder. Because the cashier is a guy. I don't think it would be different, but I wonder if there will be a difference.
You think I'm a bitch like you? I think that would be response. I can't. I think that would be response. Right now. I know female like you, because I guess they love saying female too.
Yeah, they like to call their women. Everyone in the video, at least, called their woman either female or bitch.
Bitch, I ain't no female.
And I was
These
just
are for
like,
bitches. It's
sir,
like, what? A flower got y'all that... and that's what I'm saying. Like, a flower. Being offered a flower got y'all that triggered. I'm sorry, that's some emotional shit y'all going through. It
literally got a dude so triggered that he, like, knocked over stuff on the stand and, like, threw shit at the window. It was like, sir...
It was a flower. And that's what I'm saying. That's some emotional... I'm saying people... They love saying how women are emotional. That's some emotional ass shit y'all be doing. Y'all... The way y'all... It's like your reactions. Like I said, back to like Lil Nas. Lil Nas sent that little troll, and then Boosie's response to that he went on lied about all that. Yeah. That's some emotional ass shit, Boosie. Boosie's really emotional here. That's some emotional ass shit. Yep. These guys in a fucking fly, that's emotional ass shit. You spending money on a fucking chat to try to quote unquote bash women, that's some emotional ass shit right there. That is extremely emotional.
And I'm just like, what kind of release is that giving you really?
Honestly.
I'm like, what are you really getting from it?
I would love to know. Please let us know, any hyper masculine men. If you are triggered by this fucking podcast, please let us know.
Why?
Let us know.
Inquiring minds would like to know.
Yes, and we would love to hear you, how you got your release. And that gave you some kind of like, did I make your day? Like, did you feel proud and good about that? Yeah. Like, did we make your day? You like, feeling like cussing us out, calling us whatever names you want to call us, F4 or whatever. Do you feel proud about that? We would love to know. If it helped you sleep, I hope you slept good. Yep. Because that's a pretty fucking sad life you're living. But it's been your girl D.
And it's been your girl M.
And we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.